First one is attitude of let go and embrace new. So this topic of let go, let go is, it is the key for us for moving forward on our journey. It can be life's journey, it can be spirituality or anything. Unless until we let go of the past or whatever we are holding on to, that anchor us down. It will not allow us to move further. So that is why letting go and embrace, and letting go the old and embrace what is coming. It's just a common sense, this part of it. But the truth is, the fact is that the many of us, knowingly or unknowingly, we cling upon something. Something happened in the past, or something. Not always it is a bad thing to happen. Something good also happened. Maybe that we had been successful in one of the projects. So that I tell everybody that I'm successful in this, successful in that. Basically what happens is that we identify ourselves with all these things. It can be hurt, humiliation, or something. You just store it into our system and keep repeating things. Sometimes we consciously do it, sometimes it happens unconsciously without knowing. But these kind of things, the patterns, the behavior, that will not allow us to move further. Also, sometimes we do it out of simply fear. We behave certain way, and because we are fearful of something, maybe fearful of uncertainty, or fearful of how people will judge me, or anything, worry about future, something. We keep repeating some patterns, and others know it, but most of the time we don't know it because it falls under our blind spot. These are the kind of behaviors we need to let go to liberate ourselves. I'll come to the liberation part little later because that comes under the spiritual part. First, let us take the practical part. So why we identify ourselves with certain things? Something happened in our school time, or something happened in our college time, something happened in the earlier part of our life, in the beginning of the career. So we keep repeating about those stories and those things, and again and again. We retrieve it from our memory or something and keep repeating. And surprisingly, some of the events we don't recall at all because we are not identifying ourselves with those things. Those are long forgotten. These the type of things will drag us down to walk our path further. It is not right and wrong here. It is just, it will not allow, if we cling on to the past, if we cling on to the old pattern, old systems, old beliefs, what happened, it doesn't matter true or not true or whatever, but because of your tendency to cling upon that will not progress you further. And these aspects of our human psychology, the behavior, is purely governed by ego. Because our ego wants to get identification. Suppose something happened in the past, or you met with some accident, and you tell everybody. The moment people hear about that, and people get look at you sympathetically, and you enjoy that sympathy. Because you enjoy that sympathy, keep repeating the story. I'm just giving some examples. Keep repeating the story so that this is called poor me syndrome. In this poor me syndrome, you draw attention, you draw sympathy, and you enjoy that. And that is how our ego is fed. These things are obstacle to our progress in practical life and also in the spiritual life. Spiritual part I'll come little later. First, we need to identify that to progress, you have to let go the old one. It is very simple thing. Now I give a common example to understand this. It is very simple. Suppose you are climbing upstairs. In left foot and right foot, suppose left foot you put on the third step and right foot on the fourth. So you are climbing up. So you need to let go the third step, remove the foot, left foot, and place it onto the fifth. And then again fourth need to be removed and put it onto the sixth. That's how we climb up the stairs. But because of any reason, if you don't want to remove your left foot from the third step, then how can you climb to the fifth? You are stuck. I'm just giving some simple example to understand what happens. Psychologically, many of us are stuck like that, unknowingly, because we cannot let go the lower step or what happened in the past or hurt, humiliations or something that give us some kind of pleasure in the past, and we keep repeating and projecting it. But no matter what it is, what the content is, this behavior will not allow us to climb the fifth. In the fifth step, there may be much better thing. But you will not get it because you are stuck between third and fourth. So that is why you need to let go, not because the third step was bad. You need to let go because you are climbing up for your own growth, your own progress, your own moving forward. You need to let go that what already happened. Okay, we are not saying the old was bad, future will be good, that it will be nice, so you live. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is no matter what it is, you have to let go, because your past, whatever, that was, that is only in your memory. It's only in your mind. Nowhere it exists. Your past. Only reality is the present moment. So this is the spiritual thing I'm now coming into. Whatever you have at the moment, present moment, only that is your reality. Rest of the things, past is in your mind and future also is in your mind. And as it is only in your mind, it can be changed. Even past can be changed. Because you are holding an idea of your past. Whatever need to happen, it happened. And that it was happened and the present moment of that time. It has gone. Now you have right now you have a present moment. That is the only reality you have. So to spiritually, now as per spirituality, what we learn is just focus and base yourself into the present moment. Automatically the mind game will drop off. So concentrate on what currently you are doing. If you are currently shifting your leg from third to fifth, that is your reality. In some other moment, you need to shift the other leg. That will be the truth of that. So follow that. You will be moving forward. But more you will be putting the past and the conditioning and all, you will be dragged into these things, that old patterns, old things, and it will be burden on you to move forward. So this is about that let go. So why we need to let go? So that is the reason we need to let go, because it will not allow us to progress further. Now progress further to what? Progress further using the present moment. We are moving in the forward direction. That is the only moment you have to take in that. Consciously you have to take in that. Future will unfold by itself. You need not to bother too much about it. Neither you have to worry. So you have to, that's what it is called, embrace the new. Whatever is coming, you accept it. So in again that example of the third, fourth, and fifth step, you wholeheartedly accept the fifth step, because some point of time that fifth step will be the foundation to move further. But if you're just moved little bit and don't want to move again, you are stuck again. So you have to keep renewing. Why you have to keep renewing? Because the life is flowing. Either you flow with the life or perish. You cannot stand still there. Everything what has been developed, that is to be in the flow. You have to experience life being in the flow. So that's why you have to accept whatever new is coming with open arms, and that is called embracing the new. And experience that. Good, bad, these are all your judgment. In the spirituality, there is nothing called good and bad. All are experiences. Experiences, we can face some challenges, overcome the challenge and move on. If there is something good is coming, enjoy and move on. Anyway, you have to move on. You cannot stick to it. So that is the concept which has been explained here. That is the attitude we develop. But it is fundamentally coming from the principle that we need to move on. We have to grow. It is saying either grow or perish. Grow with awareness, grow with the movement, and grow with your awareness, and everything towards that will ultimately reach towards the fulfillment and the goal of our life. Now, let me put it another perspective of that. In spiritual terms, we don't experience life fully because, I'm just giving another perspective. We cannot enjoy our life fully because we cannot let go our fears. We are fearful because we operate from mind, and not everything is known in the beforehand. There will be some unknown parameters, and we fear the unknown. We can fear about tomorrow, what will happen to my job, what will happen to my health, what will happen to my property, what will happen if I die, and things like that. These are, if you see it, these are all the unknowns you are fearful about. So, on spiritual path, what we know, what we learn is to let go of the fear. How we can let go of our fear? We connect with our soul consciousness, because our soul knows everything, okay? And it is very powerful. So when you do that, then the lower level fears will go automatically. We realize we actually, we don't die. We just go from one dimension to another dimension, and we come back as per our will. We had some experiencing. We are all spiritual beings having human experience. Body is a temporary shelter. It is like a holiday home. It will not stay with us forever. So experience and move on. So this, when we root ourselves into that and bring our mind to the present moment, now moment, then mind cannot capture us. Our fear goes away automatically. And what it replaces with? It replaces with pure love. Fear is absence of love. To whom to love to? Your higher self. Okay, it is not necessary. You connected and feel your life. That is what the spiritual practice attitude we develop. We replace fear with love. Like we bring light to dispel darkness. As simple as that. If light comes, automatically darkness goes. Similarly, when we bring love, we connect and download that universal love into our life, the fear automatically goes. We have nothing to be fearful about. Because we have chosen this life. We have chosen these experiences at soul level. We have chosen where we'll take birth, who will be our parents, what will be our nationality, what language we'll speak, what kind of intelligence level we have, what kind of financial background we have in the beginning, during the life and the end of the life, who will appear in our life as our close relatives, who will be our children. Everything is planned at your soul level. Why soul planned that way? There are multiple things. Majority of them is to exhaust your karma, to repay the karmic debt. When the debt is over, then you become free. But soul plans that way so that you undergo certain experiences, so that you exhaust your karma. It's okay, you get liberated. Suppose like as a father, you know that your son has taken some bank loan. So as an advice to your son, adult son I'm saying, suppose if adult son, you will be advise him to repay the loan as quickly as possible. It's not good you are getting phone call from bank and you defaulted and getting some notice and threats and you will be sued or in the court and thing like that. So as a father, you will be always advise your adult child, you repay the loan and get out of it. So you may advise, cut short your luxury. You may have to struggle a little bit. Maybe you have to, take up some extra work somewhere or something like that. That is not very pleasant. But that will help you to get rid of your loan quickly so that you get liberated. Then you enjoy the life the way you want. Similarly, our soul wants us to settle all kind of debt, karmic debt, as quickly as possible. If we cheated somebody in some life, the soul makes it happen, the plan makes it happen, we'll meet that guy again in this life, then that will cheat me, and so my karmic account is settled. So what I'm basically saying is that everything without our soul's knowledge and permission, nothing can happen. Absolutely nothing can happen. But at the same time, we have a free will. We can do something extra what soul didn't plan it because we have a free will. That is also there. So if we do something out of free will, we'll find some karma and we have to face that consequence later. So that is also there. But if we are not interfering into this soul's plan, and if we allow our inner call to proceed it and face the life as it comes, then it will take us into the right, what is good for us, ultimate good. It will take us in that direction. So that is, from that, if we go with that path, then we have to have confidence on our own soul. We cannot have any better guide or guru than our own soul. It's called inner guru. Because it is with us from lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Several hundred lifetimes, same soul. It designed this life. So who has designed that? He cannot run it very easily. If some engineer has designed a car, everything, all parts of the car, don't you think that engineer can drive the car as well? Of course, yes. Only thing, we don't feel confident, we don't give the steering to the soul, and soul will not impose. It will not be a hostile takeover from you, because that is your free will agreement. It will never. Even if you are going to die, soul will not stop you. They said, okay, fine. This plan has not happened in this life, next life. It's okay. So that's how it happens. So we need to let go of whatever is in the, whatever mind and the traps and all those kind of things. We need to recognize, and then we have to move on. How to move on? We have to get dependent on our soul consciousness, feel it with the pure love, the fear goes, and we move on. That's spiritually, that is what it is, how we move on. And we live in the life present moment so that we get liberated from any kind of mind traps or the memories and judgments and things like that. If we see that all types of negative experiences of our lives, if you investigate, you will ultimately find out something you wanted, something you expected, things didn't happen as per your expectation. Any kind of negative experience, whether you get angry, you got frustrated, you got, whatever it is, you got sad, you got, fearful, all your negative experiences, you see linked to, you expected something, but the things didn't happen the way you expected. You get upset with some incident because it didn't go the way you wanted to go. You're upset with, angry with some guy because that guy didn't behave the way you expected that to behave. Some relationship didn't work out because you expected something from the relationship that didn't happen the way you wanted. You see, in all the negative experiences, if you find the root cause, it is you expected something, it didn't happen that way. That's why. But what happens if we withdraw the expectation altogether? No expectation. Then, no incident, nobody else, no talk, no behavior can control me. See, if something needs to happen, say maybe because of karmic reason or otherwise, it will happen, whether you like it or not. But if I lower down my expectation, if I don't expect anything from anyone, or accept whatever is coming, then I got liberated. Somebody else is saying, somebody else is doing, somebody else's behavior will not control it. No, it's okay, fine, it's doing that way, it's okay. So I'm fine, I'm good, I'm breathing, I'm alive, that's it. So this is that the code for the liberation comes from there. So we don't get attached, we don't put any expectation on anything. I was giving some kind of formula in the morning. Let me write that again. In the morning I have given the formula, but little other way around, but I will write it here again so that you will understand how expectation affect our life. Okay, can you see that? Just give me thumbs up if you can see it. Vidya, I will explain you later. Okay, Supriya says thumbs up. Okay, Sujata, thumbs up. It is now I'm reading it, what is written here. Happiness is inversely proportional to expectation. I have written a formula, mathematical formula. Happiness, this is a proportional sign, 1 upon expectation. Correct? Now all of you can see? Okay, Vikas, you can see?
Yes, yes.
All right, okay, good. See, what does that mean? Because why I have just written it like that, I want this particular formula to be imprinted in you. Because this simple formula will solve a lot of your life issues and dilemmas. If you are unhappy, happiness has been going down, just check your expectation level there. Is it you are getting some expectation more, that's why you become unhappy. So if you reduce it, it's 1 upon. That means if you reduce, your happiness will go up. So what the masters do, the spiritual masters, expectation, they are tending almost to zero. If you reduce your not even a thank you from anyone, somebody's life may be changed forever. But master will not expect even a thank you from that person. If he automatically gives, it's fine. If doesn't give, that is also fine, because he is not expecting that thank you. He's doing it out of compassion, not because something in return, even appreciation is needed. It's not needed. It is complete by itself. So what the masters do, this expectation, they're tending to zero. So 1 divided by 0. You know what is the value of 1 divided by 0?
Infinity. Tending to infinity.
Correct. So 1 divided by 0. If the expectation tending to 0, then overall value, because it is 1 upon something, then happiness tending to infinite. And that is the state all masters have. They consciously chosen not to expect anything. 0 almost. That's why all the time they're happy. Nobody else's things can deter them from anything. Well, I don't have expectation. Somebody didn't say thank you. Okay, fine. It's his wish. How does it matter? So this is the key for the conscious living. So let go of the expectations and go towards which is called the watchfulness, or it is the full of attention with pure love. So that is the second part, actually, the other attitude, that coming from expectation to watchfulness, like expectation to pure love. How to do that? How to go to the pure love? You reduce your expectation, automatically your quotient, happiness quotient will go high, and with full awareness be in this state. So you are experiencing everything, but you are judging nothing. There is nothing to be criticized. Even the faults also look okay. All the fault or wrong things also, you will treat it like it's a divine game. Just we are playing the game. It doesn't matter. Because you are rooted through the soul consciousness, and that is untouchable. Whatever is facing, your physical body is facing. So as long as you are detached, you are watching, it's okay. So that is nothing can deter you. So that is the last one, the expectation to watchfulness. Watchfulness is the other words of the full awareness. In the full awareness and alertness, you shift. So from expectation goes, what remains is the fully loving awareness you are in. So you are experiencing everything but judging nothing. So that is the state you are holding on that spiritual journey. They learn that. They shift from expectation to infinite happiness through that formula. Or it is in the first one, what you say, let go and embrace new, means let go of the fear, then automatically feel whatever thing is happening, whatever thing is coming, you accept that with higher level of acceptance. So you are okay with it. So now fundamentally you may ask you why things are changing. The change thing is because that is the nature of the creation. The creator's only job is to create. Listen this part very carefully. What is the job of the creator? What is the job of the one, the universal consciousness? Universal consciousness job is only to create, keep creating. Why it is keep on creating? It created time, it created space, it created universe, it created animals, it created the humans, it created plants and everything. It's keep creating. It will not stop. It will go ahead. That's why it is called the universe is expanding. So why it keeps creating? Because the universal consciousness, the one, wants to experience itself in infinite way. That's why it will not stop. It will continue infinitely. So now, what is your role here? I am now giving the higher level of understanding. Lower level of understanding is what? We need to, this body, you have to get enlightened. When you enlighten, you come in touch with your soul consciousness. Soul knows everything. You know everything. That is correct. But that is your self-realization. What you are, that you will know 100%. But what about the things that are being created? So your self-awareness will be 100%. But in that sense, learning will not stop. In that level also, the new dimensions may be developed. You learn that. Simple, the truth is, it is being created and more things are created because in fact, that's why from the masters they say, on enlightenment, your learning starts. Before that, it is ABCD. Now you started, reading the literature and there is no end to it. The literature, infinite type of the stories and things can be created. Letters are only 26 in English. But there is no end of the stories or, the write-ups and all of it. That is infinite. Creation is infinite. In that sense, any kind of creation is infinite, potential. And it will not stop. It will keep coming. Nobody can say that all stories in this world has already written. It's not possible. Still there will be something. All type of performances are done. No. There will be still more coming. All songs are sang. No. Infinite possibilities. More song will come. So this is the part called creativity. This is the element of the creator has a built-in into us. So that will continue. How to express yourself, we can express ourselves into infinite ways and it will continue. I'm giving higher level of understanding. So now I will stop here because otherwise you get confused. So just let me know, is it clear? What is self-realization? Self-realization means you know yourself 100%. Who you are, what you are doing, what is purpose of life, blah, blah. Your past purpose of life, what are the things you wanted to experience, what is your soul's plan, you completed the soul's plan, blah, finished. And here, you came here not to learn, to experience that. That is correct. So you finished that. Enlightenment, that is over. Now you become co-creator with why co? Who is the other? Other is the universal consciousness. So universal consciousness and soul consciousness now create infinite realities to experience something. So that will not stop. That cannot be predicted. That cannot be planned because those are the creations. Like a storyteller tells new stories, writes something, or the songwriter writes song, the poet writes poetry. Like that, it will keep coming infinitely. There is no end to it. because that is the creative aspect of us. And it will keep going. And that is why we have to keep learning new things. We can only learn, I'm giving another statement, listen also this part very carefully. We can only learn something which is manifested. But what about those which are not manifested yet? You will be manifesting those things, and that way your horizon will expand. So level-wise thing changes. Soul knows everything that is correct at a certain level. But beyond that, there is something to learn also, because new creation will happen, you need to learn it. New techniques will develop, new methods will be developing, new world will be formed, new dimension will be formed, their rules will be different. So you have to learn that higher dimensional rules and regulations. Okay, so anyway, I will not go too much into that, otherwise you will get utterly confused. Let us stick to that enlightenment level, that to the level to reach the soul consciousness, when you know everything which is manifested, your soul's plan and everything is known, and that this journey on planet Earth ends there. You don't have to come back. It's up to your will. If you want to come back, you can come as a dharmic bhat and you can play your role. But otherwise, there is no such necessity. So that completes up to that your soul's journey on planet Earth. Okay. So that gives that. So now that's why I'm summarizing again. That is why you have to let go and embrace new till you reach to that point. And embracing new, why I went into that area, a higher level of understanding that embracing new, this quality you need to keep on. Even post-enlightenment, even after soul's journey, that will continue. Always you will have something new to embrace upon. So that is the quality we develop. That is the thing we learn. Drop all kinds of expectations. We are fully aware, fully in loving. So in that, it will be easier to accept anything as it is. And then we move on. We move a liberated life. We lead the liberated life. All right. So anyone having any question? So you can ask now. Okay. No question.